I don't know anything about the OC, so I couldn't give like a,
Yeah, for sure. Just follow Coach Lowe.
I just know the exit that I take.
That's right. Just follow Coach Lowe on Instagram, social media. She'll let you know where it's at. Yeah. But okay, talk to me a little bit through the process that you've gone through just to train for this fight. What has that consisted of for you?
Oh my gosh, it's a lot of training. Yeah. It's a lot of training. I've been working with Jeremiah.
Yeah, shout out Coach Jeremiah.
Yeah, shout out Coach Jeremiah and Coach Eddie.
That's right.
And it's been like a shift of, you know what the biggest thing is? A shift of mindset.
Yeah.
From being just kind of like boxing for the sake of boxing to like learning what I do.
Right.
And how to then apply. Like obviously sparring has gone up from, I was doing it periodically to like, you know, pushing for 3 times a week as much as I can.
It's a regimen now.
Yeah, it's a regimen. And then on top of that, I also have been working with Coach Andy from Forge for performance training.
Okay. What kind of things are you doing like for performance? And you don't have to go into too much detail, but
it's everything is just geared towards the, like your ability to do your sport well. So like, you know, if I everything is boxing specific for me, you know. Okay. We do a lot of things with like a light med ball throwing, you know, against a wall with my like backhand.
Explosive movement.
Yeah, explosive movement. Depends on what phase you're in. He knows something that I'm working on is like power production, you know, being able to sit on my punches. So he tailors a lot of the things that I'm doing to one, the timeline to when my fight is on like what phase I'm in.
Yep.
Phase 3 is really hard.
Yes.
And also the fact that like, you know, I'm naturally fast, but I'm still learning to sit and throw.
Right.
So those things are being placed in how he's constructing my time with him.
Right.
Same thing with Jeremiah. It's always constantly like researching and watching, you know, every time he literally watches my sparring and will text me at like 10 p.m. being like, okay, this is what I was thinking.
Hell yeah.
That you need to do. And I'm like, yes.
But that's who you want in your corner.
It's sick.
Right?
Yeah.
Like that is who you want in your corner. Like and when I say corner, I don't even mean the physical corner of the ring.
Yeah.
But we're talking about the life journey that you're on,
oh my
right?
Gosh, yeah.
Because you know, it sounds like your coaches are all moving you along with your own efforts in the same direction to a point that you're trying to get to.
Yes.
One thing
I do have to shout out also like my team, one of my teammates, Jade, who's like herself just like a super accomplished amateur boxer,
right?
Undefeated AA.
Yay, let's go.
She also has been really integral in this process, like and just like educating me on like what to expect, you know, being this like crazy soundboard, because I'm sure anyone could imagine, but like I'm nervous.
Yeah.
Of course.
Yeah.
I'm excited.
For sure.
I'm of course nervous.
Yeah. I mean, the unknown always brings that, right? At the end of the day, you know that you can do all the training, but you never know the outcome until it's game time.
I don't know what I'm going to do.
Exactly, right? So
I hope I do the things I practice.
Right? And nervousness really, right, especially in that sense, is really just you thinking about all possibilities.
Yeah.
That's really what it is, right?
Yeah.
But you kind of touch on something super important, and if you don't want to touch on this, I'll cut it out. But you also took an extra step, which was sports psychology.
Yeah.
Right? Can you discuss a little bit, you know, with whatever details you want, but like how important of a role has that played for you so far?
Integral.
Yeah.
Because you know, I don't know if anyone considers it, but I do. Dance is a sport.
Absolutely.
There's a lot of things that I've carried with me from dancing that I didn't realize was going to come up in boxing, and it has.
Yeah.
You know, and so I was reading a book called It Takes What It Takes, and that was a book written by a sports psychologist, and I was like, what is a sports psychologist?
Right.
And it just so happens that my boyfriend Derek has a family friend that's a sports psychologist, and I was having these like crazy episodes of like anxiety when I first decided really was like, okay, I'm fighting, okay, I'm gonna do this. I was having these crazy episodes where I was like really tearing myself down.